Today, I will open the doors to a hidden world of fear. A world I've spent years exploring and decoding. The truths you're about to hear aren't myths or imagination. They're the kind that make your mind question its own sanity. Close your eyes and listen. Step into the world of fear. I've spent years studying the secrets you're about to experience. Are you brave enough to face them? Step closer, if you dare, and let the unknown speak to you. I have seen objects move that were not touched. They seem to fall into the category of poltergeist manifestations. Carl Jung, one of the greatest psychologists in history, uttered these chilling words. He was no ordinary man of faith or superstition. He was a scientist of the mind. And yet, he admitted what so many of us secretly fear, that sometimes objects move, sounds erupt, shadows fall, and none of it can be explained by logic. Jung believed these were not illusions, not tricks of the eye. They were real manifestations of something unseen. But what if these forces are not just random? What if behind them lies an entire world, an entire race, hidden just beyond our vision? A race older than memory, with societies, desires, and powers. A race that walks beside us, yet remains unseen. These beings are known as the Jinn, or Genie. They are all the same. Chapter 1. Human Psychology Meets Jinn Psychology. Fear is one of the oldest human instincts. It kept our ancestors alive in the dark forests, where every snapping twig could mean a predator lurking nearby. But fear also creates illusions. We see faces in the shadows. We hear whispers in silence. We wake up unable to move, feeling a crushing weight on our chest, an experience we call sleep paralysis. Science explains it. The body frozen between sleep and waking, the mind half dreaming. But folklore whispers another explanation. It says this paralysis is not a dream at all. It is the hand of a jinn pressing down on you, testing you, feeding on your helplessness. Human psychology tells us nightmares are born from the subconscious. But Jinn psychology, if you believe the tales, tells us nightmares are invitations. They are doorways, and fear is the key that unlocks them. Chapter 2. Where Jinn Dwell. Legends across the world agree. Jinn do not live in crowded cities under neon lights. They prefer silence, darkness, and abandonment. In Oman, there is a massive cave called Majlis al-Jinn. Locals swear it is a gathering place for spirits. Travelers say that if you are quiet enough, you may hear laughter echoing from the shadows. In Delhi, India, people still write letters to Jinn in the ruins of Pharaoh Shah Kotla. They leave folded notes in cracks of stone, begging for love, for money, for revenge. No one ever sees anyone collect them, but by morning, the letters are gone. In the West, the stories take different forms. Haunted castles in Scotland, forests in Germany where people vanish without trace, lonely crossroads in America where travelers swear they've seen figures waiting in the dark. Different cultures, different names, but always the same truth. The Jinn live where fear lives. Chapter 3. The Society of the Jinn. The Jinn are not aimless shadows. They are said to have tribes, families, and kings. Some live in deserts, some in seas, some among us, in places we would never imagine. They marry. They fight wars. They form alliances. They love and they hate just like us. But unlike us, their lives are invisible. And when their lives touch ours, the results can be terrifying. Some claim to have taken jinn lovers, a man who wakes up with scratches on his back, a woman who swears she hears her name whispered every night. Are these hallucinations, or signs that a jinn has chosen them? Human psychology would call it obsession, projection, or psychosis. But folklore says, this is the jealous love of the jinn. They do not share. They do not let go. Chapter 4. The powers of the jinn. The jinn are masters of the unseen. They can change shape into snakes, slithering through your garden, dogs watching with eyes to human, or even strangers who look almost normal. Almost. They fly with incredible speed. Ancient stories speak of a throne carried across lands in the blink of an eye. But their most chilling power is not of the body, is of the mind. They enter thoughts. They whisper in dreams. They twist desires. The sudden urge to jump from a height. The sudden thought of violence. The temptation you cannot explain. Psychologists call these intrusive thoughts, but believers call them jinn whispers. And when whispers grow louder, they say the jinn no longer stays outside, it enters. It possesses. Chapter 5. Encounters and Possessions. Stories of possession are found in every culture. In Islam, people undergo ruqya, ritual recitations, to drive out the jinn. In Christianity, priests perform exorcisms against demons. In Hindu traditions, tantric chants are used to force spirits to leave. The methods differ, but the belief is the same. When the unseen takes hold of the human body, the human is no longer in control. Imagine a girl's voice suddenly turning deep and inhuman. A boy's eyes rolling back white as he screams, versus no child should know. Families watch in terror, not sure if they are seeing mental illness or the grasp of something far darker. Some possessions end with rituals, some never end at all. The victim lives their whole life as if sharing their body with a shadow. Chapter 6. Human mind or jinn mind. Here is where the mystery deepens. Carl Jung believed the human mind is vast, with unconscious forces that shape our reality. But he also admitted that some events go beyond psychology. Objects moving, knocks on walls, voices with no source. Were these just the mind, or proof of another race living parallel to us? The jinn are said to feed on emotions, fear, anger, lust, despair. The more we feel, the stronger they grow. Is this not what psychology also teaches? That suppressed emotions shape our dreams, that trauma creates shadows in our minds. Perhaps the jinn are not separate from psychology. Perhaps they are its mirror, the external face of our internal fears. Chapter 7. The truth revealed after years of research behind the jinn. Among the jinn, just as there are both good and bad people among humans, there are also both good and bad jinn. These entities, like us, live with their own societies, beliefs, and desires. Some jinn are good. They pass by quietly, helping us in times of need. They can bring peace, calm storms, guide the lost, and heal the wounded. Like good people, they wish to maintain balance in the world. However, some jinn are lost in darkness, those who draw power from fear, anger, and suffering. These jinn are symbols of chaos. They seek to exert control over humans and manipulate us for their own satisfaction. They feed on our fear, distort our emotions, and often control our thoughts. Evil jinn are like predators in an invisible world. They hunt for prey, exploit them, and break their minds. Their power comes from the pain they create in people, and they typically prey on the weak, fearful, and those consumed by sorrow. But what many do not know is that despite their supernatural abilities, jinn are not as advanced as humans. Some jinn possess special powers, shape-shifting, controlling elements, flying through the air, but their minds are not as advanced as human minds. God created the human brain as the most powerful force on earth. The human brain has the capacity to transcend limitations, to create, to reason, and to shape reality. Despite all their supernatural abilities, the jinn cannot keep up with such intelligence. They cannot comprehend the intricacies and depth of the human mind. Their mysterious powers aside, the greatest weakness of the jinn is their mind, which is not as advanced as the human brain. This is why humans still reign on Earth. Jinn have not been able to evolve to the intelligence of humans. They cannot compete with human strength and knowledge. The human brain is the key to infinite potentials, something the jinn can never fully grasp. Despite their supernatural powers, the jinn can never reach the level of human mental power. However, jinn are not completely powerless. Many evil jinn seek to break their limitations. Some jinn are deeply immersed in darkness. They feed on fear, anger, and suffering. They aim to create chaos and increase their power by controlling human thoughts and emotions, hoping to turn the world into sorrow and despair. But the terrifying truth is that jinn do not merely exert influence over humans' physical strength or emotions. They toy with human minds, seeking to fully control their emotions, thoughts, and actions. When these invisible forces combine with the jinn's dark powers, they destabilize not only the personal lives of individuals, but also the entire world. Some jinn have begun to acquire powers that can unlock all the secrets of the human mind. They can control human thoughts, emotions, and abnormal behaviors, and use them for their own purposes. In various parts of the world, powerful jinn exert influence over humans, steal their essence, and create puppets for themselves. They control governments, societies, and human minds, manipulating them to create war and bloodshed, where rivers of blood and death flow freely. Jinn seek to acquire power where they can establish their existence and strength in front of humans. They use humans to cause harm to others, seeking to establish domination so that one day humans will believe. This world is no longer fit for humans, it is only fit for the jinn. This is their long-term plan for ruling the earth. They enter various places to gather strength from human creation, particularly in large institutions where advanced research and scientific discoveries are made. The jinn easily infiltrate. These institutions may include medical institutes, Islamic institutes, or major engineering research centers, where the manipulation of human genomes, DNA, critical life research, and other topics influencing the future of humanity are being worked on. They are slowly creating their own path, stealing knowledge from humans and gaining strength from new discoveries or research. This way, the earth will gradually fall under their control, and one day, humanity will face existential peril. Chapter 8: Cultural Echoes. Every culture has its name for them. In Islam, they are beings of smokeless fire, free-willed, some good, some evil. In Christianity, they are demons, fallen spirits. In Jewish law, they are shadim, half shadow, half flesh. In Hinduism, bhut, preta, or yuk. In Buddhism, restless spirits bound by karma. And in the modern world, they live in stories shared on Reddit, on YouTube channels, on late-night podcasts where people whisper about voices at night, about cold hands on their skin, about the shadow standing in their room. At 3 a.m., technology changes, beliefs change, but the stories remain the same. Chapter 9: The Night Whisper. Now, as you lie in your bed, the lights off, the silence deep. Ask yourself, why do humans across the world, across centuries, always imagine something watching them from the dark? Is it only our psychology? Our brain playing tricks in the night? Or is it the jinn feeding on our fear, touching our dreams, living just beyond our sight? Carl Jung once said, "The unseen is a challenge for the human mind." Perhaps it is more than that. Perhaps it is a truth we are too afraid to face. So tonight, when you hear a creak in the silence, when you feel the air grow colder, when you sense someone watching you from the shadows, remember this. It may not be your imagination. It may be the jinn, waiting, listening, closer than you dare believe.